Fighting intensified Saturday for Lysychansk, Ukraine's last bastion in the strategic eastern province of Luhansk. This while blasts shook a southern city after the civilian toll from Russian strikes climbed in towns well behind the front lines. Rodion Miroshnik, ambassador to Russia of the pro-Moscow self-styled Luhansk People's Republic, told Russian television that, quote, Lysychansk has been brought under control, end quote, but added, quote, unfortunately it is not yet liberated, end quote. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Saturday that life in some parts of Ukraine is returning to normal, but also urged the populace not to forget the war is still raging on. He said, quote, in many home front cities there is now a feeling of relaxation, but the war is not over, end quote. Zelensky talked about the upcoming Ukraine Recovery Conference in Lugano, which he said can become an essential step for Ukraine's reconstruction. An industrial support ship operating in the South China Sea has sunk in a storm with over 24 crew members feared dead. AP correspondent Karen Chames reports.
Rescue planes and helicopters were dispatched to the area, with at least 3 crew members being brought to safety. Emergency services footage showed one crew member being airlifted onto a rescue helicopter as wild waves lashed below them. The accident occurred about 186 miles south of Hong Kong. Hong Kong's flying service said that crew members were negotiating difficulties brought on by severe tropical storm Chaba. The storm was packing maximum winds of 68 miles per hour. I'm Karen Chamas.
Millions of Ukrainians are suffering from acute shortages of food, water, shelter, and other basic needs more than 4 months after Russia's invasion, UN agencies say. Lisa Schlein reports for VOA from Geneva that the issue extends beyond Ukraine.
The Ukrainian crisis also is having a global impact. Russian ships are blockading Ukraine's Black Sea ports, preventing the country from exporting its wheat and grain to the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Asia. The United Nations warns this is causing a global hunger crisis. World Food Program Deputy Emergency Coordinator Kate Newton says without the Black Sea ports, it is not possible to get anywhere close to the export levels Ukraine needs.
However, we're doing everything we can, which means by road, by rail, and now by river, to try to get close to the maximum output. And at the moment, we think it's about 1 million metric tons a month, and maybe we can push up to 2 million. But we urgently need access to the Black Sea.
Ukraine is considered one of the world's breadbaskets. It provides about 10% of global wheat exports and nearly half the world's sunflower oil. Lisa Schlein for VOA News, Geneva.
Access to the pill has become a key battle in abortion rights, with the Biden administration preparing to argue states can't ban a medication that has received Food and Drug Administration approval. AP correspondent Ben Thomas reports.
The use of abortion pills has been the most common method to end a pregnancy since 2000, when the FDA approved the main drug used to carry out the procedure. A South Dakota law has now taken effect that threatens felony punishment for anyone who prescribes medication for an abortion without a license from the State Board of Medical and Osteopathic Examiners. Planned Parenthood of Montana this week stopped providing medication abortions to patients who live in states with bans, it said, to minimize potential risk for providers, health center staff, and patients. One abortion rights advocate notes enforcing such bans are logistically difficult, but says their purpose is to scare people away. I'm Ben Thomas.
Thousands of Australians joined raucous protests across the country Saturday against the U.S. Supreme Court's overturning of a woman's constitutional right to an abortion. The Supreme Court last week overturned the landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling, restoring the ability of individual states to ban abortion. And recapping our top story, fighting intensified Saturday for Lysychansk, Ukraine's last bastion in the strategic eastern province of Luhansk. This while blasts shook a southern city after the civilian toll from Russian strikes climbed.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.